the #1 motivational speaker under 40 in the world. We've got 1 billion views.
I am so excited to be with you today. Who has been having an amazing week so far? Isn't this place amazing? Aren't we loving it to be in such a beautiful space? But today, this isn't about me. This is about you. This is about us understanding how we can get over the main thing that we hear every time in life, the main thing that stops us, that voice inside of us, that little critic that comes up every now and then. And you know what it's called? Imposter syndrome. And we've all had it. Some of you may feel you've never had it. Some of you may feel you've had something else, but you don't know exactly what it is. The thing you are talking about, the thing that you've probably had, is imposter syndrome. That voice that tells you, oh no, I'm in the wrong space. You know, literally just now, I had that same feeling. The feeling I'm going to describe to you in a second of having that moment of, oh God, but I don't have my notes, right? There's one screen, I thought there might be 2. And that's amazing because that's thrown me in the deep end. And why do we need to go in the deep end? Because when we are in a room where you feel uncomfortable, where you feel like it's not your space, like you aren't meant to be there, that is when you know you need to be there, because that is where you grow from. You grow when you feel uncomfortable. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Whenever you feel comfortable, you're not growing. You're doing fine, but you're not growing. You've got to run that little bit further in the gym today. You've got to train that bit harder. You've got to go that bit further in all you do in order to go to the next level. So we use imposter syndrome to release our fame and fortune. Now say yes if you want more fame and fortune in your life. Say yes, raise your hand. Now some of you probably won't be saying it because that's imposter syndrome right there. So the people that didn't say it, that's because you kind of have that voice still there. But by the end of this talk, I want to have released that from you. So say yes if you want to release any kind of imposter syndrome that has ever tried to hold you back from your goal. Say yes. Yes. Amazing. That's the kind of yes I like around here. Now I'm known with the right crowd. Okay, good. So here we go. We're going to dive in. Behind every great setback is an equal or greater setup. Napoleon Hill. Who else likes Napoleon Hill? I love him. I think he's incredible. Yep, you like him. It's good, right? You know, can I share my story with you on what happened to me? So in 2018, I found myself on the street. I found myself bedbound with an illness. I found myself rock bottom. I had lost everything in my life. You know, I'd had 10 years ago, a decade ago, I was a webcam girl. I ruined my life to drugs. I had an addiction. I was going round in a cycle, trying to feed this addiction with a career that was the only way to get out of that mess in my eyes. But that took me to the street. And when you are homeless, and I was a single mom at the time, that is when you realize someone's knocking on your door from above. Somebody is knocking saying, hello, wake up, smell the coffee. Something ain't right here. Because when pain hits you, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or spiritual pain, it hits you to say, honey, you are going in the wrong direction. So when things hit you, you have to start reading and understanding exactly what is going on. So today when I share with you these stories, I share it with you to say, don't judge me now by who I am standing up here. Judge me by how many times I have fallen down and gotten back up. How many times I have stood back up when I've been told, bitch, you ain't gonna be nothing. Honey, you're never gonna do it. You're never gonna make money. Oh, you and your son, you're gonna be homeless forever. When people tell you you aren't going to amount to anything, but you know there is something greater inside you that you are meant to feed, so you can go out and feed your family, so you can go out there and make more money and make more abundance, have more time with your family, build a business, give back to charity, build orphanages, whatever it is that really makes you happy. And you want to do that because you care, and you want to do that because it is your birthright. It is your birthright to go out there and achieve great things. So today, if you came in here not sure, or maybe, you know what, you are earning money, And you know what? I don't want to teach you how to earn money because you lot know how to do that. I want to show you how to make that money go further, how to have a bigger impact in the world through your name. Because the bigger your name gets, the bigger your business gets. The bigger you get, the more podcasts you get to go on. It's not a fluke that I go on some of the biggest shows, biggest podcasts. I've had everybody from Lewis Howes, Jesse Itzler, Jeremy Eugene Wilson, who's up later. We love him. He's one of my mentors. Thank you so much, King. So there's so many incredible people who I've worked with, Damon John, Grant Cardone. They all work with me or been on my show or we collaborate. Why? And I'm only 32. Why? Because I built my name. I built my credibility, and I am validated through everything that I do online. I'm going to show you a little bit about that too. You want to learn a little bit about that? You want to learn how to do it? How to get that? I want to show you how to get on those podcasts. I want to show you how to have the press talking about you. I want to show you how to grow your social media, how to get your name out there in the world in the way you deserve, and how to use every setback as an equal or greater setup. So imposter syndrome, for anybody that doesn't know, a specific form of intellectual self-doubt. Imposter feelings are generally accompanied by anxiety and often depression. Now that's a deep form of it, okay? That's the scientific version if we want to go there. But anybody can feel this. Anybody feels it. Like I told you, it can be when you're in a room, it can be going to a lunch, it could be coming here, it could be you are not the business person in the relationship here, you're the partner of somebody who's doing it, and you feel a little bit like, well, why am I here? Or maybe it's your turn to come out on stage next year. Maybe it's your turn to up the ante and go to the next level, but this little voice in your head keeps saying you're not going to do it. But I'm here to tell you, the fact that I could do it, and I came from the mess that I came from, I made my mess my message. Okay, so if I can do it, if I can change my life around, and I was nothing special, then you can do it too. You can do it too. So here's some data for you. Imposter syndrome, which means not feeling enough. 82% of people around the world have faced feelings of imposter syndrome. So I would say most people in this room have felt this, whether you admit it or not. It's something we feel, right, at some point in our lives. 55% of cases are found in people from 20 to 35 years old. And less than 5% of people address or speak about these feelings. So I'm hitting a topic today, which maybe is spoken about here and there. But you know why I'm doing it? Because when I learned to release the things that were holding me back, when I learned to release imposter syndrome, guess what? My name, my career, my expertise, everything grew, and I was able to make my money count in the world. I was able to make a bigger impact with it. I was able to impact more lives. I'm a mindset coach. I help people to unlock their full potential, to have breakthroughs. And so today I'm going to show you a little bit about how to get over that. Imposter syndrome is basically like perfectionism, workaholic, fear of asking for help, constant feeling of knowing or not or doing enough, guilt, never acknowledging oneself, not feeling enough, okay, feeling like a fraud. I definitely had that for a while, my God. The amount of people who want to write, Natasha's a fucking scam artist. I'm like, babes, you know what? The biggest people in the world get that written about them. Grant Cardone's one of the best speakers I've ever seen, and he gets that written about him. Does that stop him? No. And his wife told me the other day when I was at her house, she sat down and later and she said to me, people above you will not care about any of the bullshit. It's only the ones beneath you. And I was like, wow. Thank you, Elena, we love you. So, anxiety, part of imposter syndrome. I for sure used to suffer with that. I had 3 panic attacks a day when I had my illness. 3 panic attacks a day. I'm over the majority of the anxiety. I will still get anxiety, but I learn how to handle it. So we're gonna go to the next part. This is the best 5 ways to get it down. Write this down. Write these 5 things down. Number 1, talk to somebody about it. Number 2, acknowledge your wins. Yes. Number 3, stop comparing yourself. Okay, because I'm not Tony Robbins. I get called the female Tony Robbins, but I am not Tony Robbins. I just spoke on a stage a couple of weeks ago with him. I'm not him, and I don't try to be, because I'm me. Okay? I'm not Elon Musk. Well done with Twitter. I'm not Elon Musk, but I rate him, but I'm not trying to be him. We each have our own authentic voice. We each have our own authenticity, something special inside of us. You know, every one of us is born into this world with a gift, and it's up to us to unwrap that gift and find out what it is. So number 4, reframe your thought patterns, okay? And you can do this through things you ingest, things you listen to. So you can do this with many a thing. You can do it through podcasts, being at events, being in a place like this, getting into masterminds, understanding where you're spending your time, because what you absorb, what you listen to becomes you, because your thoughts become your feelings become your actions become your habits, and what are your habits? They're you. So who are you today? Who are you showing up as? That is what we want to know. Number 5, treat yourself with love, patience, and compassion. I love this one from Oprah. She says, you have to be it and radiate it, and then it becomes you. And I wrote a whole book on this. My new book coming out in August is called Be It Until You Become It. The law of attraction explained through neuroscience and ancient wisdom. I like to take the woo-woo out and really put the science in and show you how you can access your mind, your unlimited power, your higher mind faculties, just through understanding simple methods, simple techniques.